Coming up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show.
You want to be on the side of the victims because you think that's cool. I don't give a about anybody else but me. My legal controversy is consistently in the media, and so let's beat the out of Erika one more time.
It was heated. It was heated, and Erika said some things that I'm sure she regretted.
What facts do you have?
That there's dead people that money was stolen from. Those are f***ing facts, dude.
No, it's not.
We're not talking about innocence, guilt. We're not talking about any of that. You know that there's people that were not paid.
I said, look, you need to let the legal process work. You need to do these things. Stop asking me questions you know I cannot answer.
Right now, she feels like she's in the fight of her life. I just really was taken aback by the things that she was saying, and I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
People died, and the families are left in the aftermath. You're not showing any compassion.
I'm tired of 2 years of trying to explain things to people and them not wanting to hear, not wanting to listen, and continuously pressing and asking questions. At some point, you throw your hands up and you go, you know what? I'm done.
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show starts now.
The conflict that night in Aspen continues to escalate.
It was heated. It was heated, and Erika said some things that I'm sure she regretted.
All I think about are victims.
I don't give a about anybody else but me.
At one point, she said, I don't even know if they're victims.
I'm not saying I don't feel for the potential victims.
Yeah.
Potential victims.
Yep. Yeah, because who knows that they're true or not.
She cannot use the word victim.
I did keep saying, let it go in the court, let the legal process work. There is a place to make people whole, and it in a court of law, not in the court of public opinion.
Yes, she said, you know, this is not a new thing, this is a process. Please let them make the decisions. This is the country that we live in. There's due process.
Yes.
Leave it with the
there.
people
Yes.
that it belongs with.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be here. Right. And that wasn't good enough. Mm-hmm. And so the conversation, you know, continued, and Erika, you know, she was getting more and more agitated.
It escalated. You want to be on the side of the victims because you think that's cool. What I'm telling you,
I don't think it's cool.
I don't give a about anybody else but me. I'm not caving because people think I should feel
Erika,
some
don't.
way.
No
what
more.
about the people? What about the facts?
Come on, Erika.
Dumb.
I just don't understand not being able to say, yes, there are victims. I feel terrible about the victims. They should all be paid and taken care of. I haven't personally done anything, but I acknowledge that these victims exist. That's the part that I struggle with, not understanding why, you know, she can't say that.
People died, and the families are left in the aftermath. You're not showing any compassion.
Why am I showing compassion for people that are dogging me for something I didn't do?
Don't say that, Erika. Don't say that, because you're my friend. I can't defend that.
You know, when we pushed and sort of challenged that in that night, she was not in the place to have a calm conversation. She had some drinks, and as we know now, she was taking medication. I think that combination, it made her more aggressive, and she just was fighting back.
I mean, I get maybe her lawyer said that you can't. My thing is, you can still show compassion. You can still show compassion. Whether you think your ex-husband did it or not, you can say, you know what he did is messed up, but I can feel for these people.
Garcelle, he won the court cases.
But they didn't get it.
But they didn't get the money.
Right. So they're victims.
They were already victims.
Right, true.
He won the court case. He did his job.
Right, good point. Good point.
It's so simple.
There you go.
I know she has empathy. Like, she shows it to me. She texts me when people are going after me. They're like, she'll text me the nicest stuff. Like, she has shown me such empathy. We're not talking about innocence, guilt. We're not talking about any of that. You know that there's people that were not paid.
Right now, she feels like she's in the fight of her life, and she doesn't like to feel like these women, that she spends all this time with, are not backing her. But it's just hard sometimes, It's very hard because it's all very confusing, and as much as we want to, there are just certain things you're like, this just doesn't make any sense.
The conversation that night gets so intense, Erika actually leaves the house.
Rinna came in and swooped her away.
And I stay here and fight all night with these bitches.
Come on. Enough.
Non-fact issuing.
Erika, go on. We're
you all.
I was sitting on the sofa with Lisa, and she kept saying, "This is not good. This is not good for any of us."
We need to get her out. I know. I tried. She nearly.
I just don't think you understand the issue. I'm not upset with you.
I know.
I was like, why is this not good for any of us?
I was actually very grateful that you, Lisa, and Diana walked me out because I was really ready to keep fighting it out.
Yes, and at that point, you know, when you see that something is just not going in the right direction and it's not going to get any better, it's best at that point just to kind of diffuse the situation, and it was already late, and so we took Erika out.
There's also only so much you can take, so I had taken it at dinner. If a judge says you should, I will.
Why do you need the judge?
Because it's a legal fight, Garcelle. I had taken it at the house.
That there's dead people that money was stolen from. Those are f***ing facts, dude.
No, it's not. I'm not someone that needs anyone to come in and fight for me, because I'll fight my ass off on my own. Where are your facts? Back them up, come on. Cite it. Here's what I don't like. I'm tired of 2 years of trying to explain things to people and them not wanting to hear, not wanting to listen, and continuously pressing and asking questions.
Did you have a heads up? Is that why you got divorced?
Have you had any kind of discussions with attorneys about the story?
Do you know where that money is coming from? Was that a loan? Was that over time?
At some point, you throw your hands up and you go, you know what? I'm done. Nothing I say is good enough. There are no answers here that anyone is listening to. You cannot listen to reason, and you're continuously pressing me about things that, number one, you know I cannot answer. So the decision to leave was, in my opinion, why would I be here? I don't feel welcome here.
When Erika left, I knew she was upset, especially with me, because we're friends. I think she expected more from me and not for me to challenge her.
People died, and the families are left in the aftermath. You're not showing any compassion.
Why am I showing compassion for people that are dogging me for something I didn't do?
Don't say that, Erika. Don't say that, because you're my friend. I can't defend that.
The things that she was saying, I really felt like I didn't have a choice but to say that then, because at the end of the day, I have to live with myself. I have to be able to sleep at night with, and have my conscience clear. So she was very upset, and she didn't want to talk to me.
In the van, I said, Erika, listen, you were very strong in the way, you were talking, and Erika acknowledges it. I think when you approach Erika and you come from a good place, it's not designed to kind of stir things up or embarrass her or make her feel bad, and you have real good intentions. She's capable of seeing that she can maybe have a reaction that's very strong. And I think people see that, and then they mistake it for that she's some iron lady, doesn't have feelings, doesn't care about anyone. I don't believe that to be true. In fact, I know that's not true.
Dorit understands it's this continuous sort of pressure to get me to, see things. Yeah, capitulate and just see things. I said, look, you need to let the legal process work. You need to do these things. Stop asking me questions you know I cannot answer. Stop irritating me.
Back at the house, the conversation turns to your earrings and your legal situation.
My legal problems and my legal controversy is consistently in the media, and so let's beat the out of Erika one more time.
So Garcelle brings up, and she's like, oh, I had this great conversation. She was open and she shared everything.
Erika!
What?
Get over here. I didn't want to talk behind your back.
Okay, go ahead.
I was saying how open you were, and you want to go through the legal system.
But the minute I said how I felt about it, it turned her. It's about trying to make people whole, that's all.
There is a place to make people whole, and it in a court of law, not in the court of public opinion.
It did not go well.
You want to be on the side of the victims because you think that's cool. What I'm telling you,
it's cool.
I don't give a about anybody else but me.
Erika was yelling and screaming, and I don't care about you, and she told her to F off, and we actually had a really good conversation where we went back and forth.
What does $750,000 earrings look like?
They're 1.3.
Each one?
No, I don't know, it's total value, but I'll show you tomorrow.
Do you have them?
Of course.
Do you want to give them away?
Honey, if they deemed not mine, then that's the truth.
We were at opposite ends, but we could still have a conversation about it. I think something about Crystal asking that made her fly off the rails.
I feel, particularly with Erika, she's always been very supportive of me. Whereas like Garcelle has been after Erika for a long time.
What Tom did is absolutely true, then Tom.
For them to have open conversation, she welcomed it. With me, if I'm gonna say anything, she's gonna go snap at me.
No one's telling me to care about victims. I care.
Yeah, but you're not
Let's get
caring.
real.
Yeah, let's get real. You're not caring without facts, though. What facts do you have?
Because first, it's not my nature, and second, she had been supportive. So I think it has different and deeper meaning with me than someone like Garcelle.
I'm angry. You know, what do you want? I'm here to have a good time. I'm not here to be questioned by women that I'm on a girls' trip with. I don't want to talk about earrings. I don't want to talk about lawsuits. Yet, consistently, I am asked these questions, which I can't give full answers to. And they know that, and that's why they press. You know, I would prefer a fight over stemware.
I know. I wasn't like sitting there, I can't focus on a conversation because I'm not drinking out of the right glass. So to say that is actually insulting. You're flat out lying.
I really long for the days of stemware, you know, and how dare you be late.
You came late. You can't leave early. Kyle, I have a life.
That would be,
I know.
I would like that
We
very
welcome
much.
that.